Okay, so here's round 2 of the whole YWAM thing. So this last week I called Townsville a couple times, and I think the first time I called they didn't answer, and I was like, I'm not gonna call them again today. So then I called them again another day, and then they answered, but the lady was like, yeah, we'll get someone in touch with you in the next couple hours. They're all just on the phone right now, they're all busy, so we can't, nobody's available, so they'll just call you in a couple hours. And I was like, okay, awesome. So then I stayed up kind of late, and nobody called me. I was like, man, it sucks. And I was kind of actually a little bit disappointed. I was like, is this God saying I shouldn't go, or whatever. Oh well, obviously that's not what it was, but doubt. So today, which is the 30th of April, I had an appointment scheduled for 5:30. Sorry, I keep playing with my hair. I'll stop. Let me just, okay. I had an appointment at 5:30, and then nobody called me, and I was like, should I call them? So then I did call them a couple minutes after 5:35, because I was so ready at 5:30. I was like, yes, they're calling me right now, but they didn't. So I was like, okay, I'll call. So I called, and then I tried to talk to this lady, and then she put me on hold, and she's like, I'm so sorry about the wait, even though it wasn't even that long, but it was really sweet anyways. And she tried to connect me to another girl, and then it didn't work, and then she's like, here, I'm gonna kind of write down your number, and then I'll go give her your number. So then she wrote down my number, and then the girl Ashley called me. So I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna become best friends with this girl. But so Ashley called me. It didn't work the first time, and she oh my gosh, I just totally forgot how to talk. She because her headset wasn't connecting to her computer or something, because they just put in a new system, and so I don't know, it was just it didn't work the first time. So then she texted me and was like, hey, I'm gonna get to you, I promise, and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, that's awesome, I'm happy to talk to you, I'm really excited. So then she did get to me, and she talked to me, and it was just the coolest thing. I just know that God totally intended for me to talk to her, and that all the other calls didn't work out because I wasn't supposed to talk to anybody else. I was supposed to talk to this Ashley girl, because she just lit up my world. It was so cool. Because when I started telling her my story, she was like, oh my gosh, this is just my story. This is exactly what happened with me and YWAM and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, of course this is totally who I'm supposed to be talking to. And I just told her pretty much the whole story I had said in my last video about why I'm doing YWAM, and all the little things that have worked out. And so she just emailed me. Well, okay, all the stuff that she told me, it was crazy. She confirmed that I'm supposed to wait, I'm supposed to do the medical assisting program, and I prayed, and I was like, God, I'm supposed to wait and have them confirm it, because I just want them to be the ones to confirm it, and then it'll all be good. So I just am really grateful that God did that, because I needed a confirmation, and I needed it to, and I really wanted it to be from them. So thanks God. I'm gonna do the medical assisting program, and then I'm gonna go after that, and I might just do 5-month ETS, or I might do full year. I'm not sure, but I think I'm only gonna need to do 5 months. But anyways, so she just sent me this email, and she sent me this link to 5 links to 4 different songs, and then a video, a YWAM video. And here, let me go back. It's a Stephanie Gretzinger one was the first one, and she said, in the little thing, what did she say? The email. She said, also, here's some songs for you in this season. Start the first link at 3 minutes, as anointed, which the first link, was a Stephanie Gretzinger song, and it was her song Oxygen. And, it's just Stephanie singing, which I love that so much, because her voice is so powerful, and she's just so gifted from God. And so at 3 minutes, which isn't even that, well, actually I just sent her a message and said, hey, look at my singing Instagram, because I just posted, like, last week or something. I can't look at my watch, it's backwards. I just posted last week that I posted that Oxygen by Stephanie Gretzinger, just a little snippet of it on my Instagram, but that song just has been so stuck in my head, like, so sometimes my very best is only my weakest, yes, you sustain my every movement. It's like, baby steps and short breaths, anything is progress, you sustain my every movement. Anyways, so that song, sorry, my nose is really itchy. She just like sent me that, and then the rest of it is just talking about like saying yes to God, which is so perfect because God's been teaching me like simple obedience, just like say yes to me, like in the little things, and I'll build on that. And so I don't know, it was just super perfect. And then she sent me another song, and it's by this girl that kind of makes me think of Stephanie Gretzinger, actually. And here, can I flip the camera around? No, I'll just go like this. So, well, it's an upper room video, and if I go later in the video, it's this girl, which all I've been doing, like, yesterday and today, is listening to music by her, because she's so good, and her voice is so powerful, and she just, like, she makes me think of Stephanie, but, like, a younger version, and she's just so, like, when she's singing, it's just so much passion and so much fuel, and I'm like, oh, I want to lead worship like that, so that's why I watch people like that. But, I feel like God's just totally moving, and he's totally saying, like, yes, go to Australia, go to Townsville, like, this is perfect. So, I'm gonna get in touch with this Ashley girl, and then get, like, a tour of the campus, and all that good stuff, so, we'll see how things go, but that's kind of my update for right now, and, yeah, so, medical assisting program, and then maybe a DTS, maybe the year-long thing. I think I'm only gonna get to do a DTS, whatever. So it's just, God is moving, and I'm really content right now and really grateful. Oh, also she said she knows Ian, so I was like, yes, like Ian's there right now, and you know him, and so someday I'm gonna meet her next year. And she was talking about how she had this waiting period, like a year of waiting, and yeah, I don't know, I'm so ecstatic, because I know God's moving, and I'm, even though I feel like I've had some doubts, and I've had some people be like, you do this right thing, like, are you doing the right thing, is this, like, what God wants for you, blah, 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 like, you can't just say that things are like, what God wants for you if you're not sure, blah, 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 but, like, oh my gosh, I am so freaking confident. And then I'm gonna read you something my mom sent me today on Facebook, and since there has been some people, I guess, just, like, saying things where it's like, are you sure, like, is this the right thing, blah, 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 it's definitely created a lot of doubt in me, and so, I think, when my mom sent me this, I was like, okay, this is perfect. Let me go up, 1 second, sorry. Okay, so, it's from her Bible study, and it says, oh, right, so I had a talk with Jeff, our pastor, excuse me, sorry, and he was like, Sid, you just gotta be persistent now, because I told him that I was struggling with doubt, and that people were just, like, saying some stuff, and I was really like, I don't know, and, like, I'm so, like, is this actually what God wants me to do, and all this stuff, and he's like, Sydney, like, you need to stand strong, and you need to be firm in this, like, if God's calling you to do this, go for it, and if he's not, then he's gonna work it out, but don't even worry about that, because you know he's calling you to do it. So anyways, my mom sent me this thing, and it says this, it says, all this got me thinking, what made him so astonishing is that Paul wasn't hindered by his hindrances. Like us, he had a few hindrances that couldn't just be thrown down like the ones implied in Hebrews 12:1. According to 1 Thessalonians 20:14 through 20, Thessalonians 2:14-20, both people and Satan had authentically been successful at hindering Paul, which is totally what I felt this last chunk of time. But that's it. He kept pressing forward and refused to let the hindrance itself become a hindrance. He kept his eyes squinting on the goal. He didn't get furious with God over all that had been permitted in his path or demanded to know why God would make his will so utterly impossible to fulfill. He just stayed at it. He believed, he persevered, and he made it to Rome in one scarred up piece. Get a load of this. Paul didn't even consider that ministering at his own expense was a hindrance. And that's a CX 28:30. We might argue that Paul was special and the same can't be expected of us. After all, he received several divine reassurances from God that would have made a monumental distance. But sister, we also have his word. So like, I love that. Like, even when, God is totally like giving me all these reassurances, but even if I'm like weary about this, like I have his word, I have his Bible, and he's been consistently being like, yep, this is what I want you to do, this is what I'm calling you to do, and all this just amazing stuff. So God's moving, and despite the doubts that I've been having, like, should I go, or is this really what God's calling me to do? Today was just another confirmation, like, wait until you're done with your medical assisting program, and then go, Sid, because like, he's got this all laid out for me, and he wants me to go in a year for a special reason, and I don't know what that is. Maybe there's like certain people I'm supposed to minister to at that time, or whatever else, somebody's supposed to minister to me specifically, whatever it is, like, it's God's plan, and I know that it's so good, and I know that he is, like I was talking to Ashley today, like, intricately designing everything that happens is just so intricately designed, and I know that, yeah, he's just got, it's like a painter, like, they see one thing and they're like, oh, you know what, this needs to be like this tiny change, and then it just makes a world of a difference in that whole painting. Like, oh, like with the little anime characters, when you put the little shiny, like, light dot in their eye, it just makes them look so much cuter. So, anyways, it's like that, like, intricate little details, like, changing those little tiny things, and he's just such an artist, and so diligent in his work. So anyways, that's the end of my video today. So yeah, I forgot to say what date it was. It's April 30th, 2018. And number 2, my whole YWAM mission thing. Just keep y'all updated with my life, whoever's seeing this, which is pretty much just Mary right now, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, bye.